Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we have got another suggester requester. As you guys know, I take suggestions from you guys in the comments and we turn them into fun little videos, and today's suggestion comes from Rifki. Now, Rifki has said, try playing Cold War mod, but use Egypt. Now, if you look around the background, you'll see this is not the Cold War mod. This is the Red World. Now, as many of you know, Red World is my favorite mod. It's up there, top 3 without a doubt. So, Rifki, you asked for Cold War, and I'll do you one better. I'll give you Red World, which is a mix of Cold War with modern day. I have to do that as a win. You might see that as a dub too. I hope so. So, without further ado, why don't we just hop on in as the UAR. Okay, so before we begin, we need to set up a goal. Now, playing and trying as Egypt or the UAR is not the only goal we need. We need a aim, and our aim is the Caliphate. Yes, I don't know if it's the Umayyads, the Abbasids, and I know for a fact it's not the Sassanids, but the Caliphate, the one that originated in the Middle East, expanded through Persia, expanded through North Africa, and even claimed a little bit of the Spanish pie. And as Egypt, we're going to reform that. Now, the fun thing with Egypt, or the UAR, in the Red World mod is we have to wait, just like Italy, for a bunch of events to pop off. And one of them is everyone's best Fred. Best Fred? Yes, Fred. We're going to name him Fred from now. Our good old friend Fred Assad, he is going to be an integral part because he is going to end up causing a civil war in Syria, and we have to put him down. And after that, we can choose to be friends with him, or we can behead him. You choose which is the better option. So without further ado, let's get stuck in. And it's finally decision time. Right now, I can choose one of two things. One, stay as Egypt, call Al-Assad, or is it Al-Assad? Yeah, Bashar, a treasonous lout and go after him. Or I can say, long live Syria, and I can become Al-Assad. But no, this is Egypt, so we're going to go treason.
It's treason, then.
And just like that, Syria and Egypt have split. And it is time to go and get the goods. Well, after another couple of days pass and I get my naval invasion. And we finally have some landfall. We've landed in Syria. Now it's time to bring the rest of the troops over. Give my general a buff. I still need 15 command power. Of course I do. Right, Damascus, I'm coming for you. Okay, well, this is turning out to be a little bit more tedious than I initially expected. I'm getting run rampant. Oh no! And with our unit here crawling into Damascus and then into Golan, I'm pretty sure that'll be the end of our beloved Syrian neighbors, which means we've now unlocked our focus tree and we can finally get to work. And it's finally decision time. We can either persecute Assad and behead him, or we can try and understand where we went wrong and try and make changes to make the place a better place we live, a better place. Beheading sounds fun, but I normally do the extreme options. So we'll go for a little bit more of a tame path today. And we go peace and reconciliation. Let's do that. Did somebody say election time? As part of the focus going down this peaceful part here, we hold elections and we can either go Arab socialist, which we are already, or we can take the alternative and choose to go ensure a Ba'ath victory. Now, what does this do? I do not know. Does it affect this part here? I also do not know. For this, I need to have restore Arab unity because I've decided at the ideology trees, I want to go down this one because this one has like a lot of military buffs and factory buffs and I need that. Restore Arab unity. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go Ba'ath. Screw it. Whatever.
It is what it is.
I'm going to put the man who started a civil war in charge of the main country. Controversial? Maybe. And it's time for another election. This time we have two different options. We can either go revoke Bashar and then we get to choose our candidates, or we can go election with Bashar and then go Hegazi. Now, I want to go Hegazi again because manpower, factory, stability and everything looks absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to grind this out, and then I'm going to come over to this part of the tree here and choose which to do. And you know what? I'm going to focus on Egypt because Egypt needs the industry. Egypt is the main today. Egypt is going to be big, bad, and strong. And it's time for yet another nation-changing focus tree. And this time we've got Long Live the Republic or Federation of Arab Republics. They both do something, and that something is affecting this over here. And I believe this one does the Federation, and this one does the aggressive stance. Now, I need to get into detail to this because I kind of messed up. Now, I originally said we're going to go down this line here. However, that's not possible because I can only do it when Hegazi is in charge, regardless of which one I do. And that didn't go to plan because Hegazi wasn't a not winning option. So I had to take this one here with President Quandil, which gave me a lot of stability, resource gain, and construction, this, that, and the other. Having a look at things, I feel like I'm going to go long live the Republic, because the Federation feels like it's going to invite me in here, whereas if I do Republic, it'll do here. I'm going aggressive. We're eating our neighbors.
So good and tasty.
So we've just finished these focuses, right? And I love them. This focus here gives me a claim on all inevitable wars, and this one gives me a claim and a core on every single piece of Arab land. I love this. Right, it's time to reclaim the land and recreate the Umayyads. To the Caliphate, we march! So, in the time I'm taking to build up and take Sudan, something weird has just really happened. So, as you may or may not know if you play Red World quite a bit, when you start off as the Soviet Union, they normally have a bunch of puppets, and a lot of them are the communist European state. Well, not anymore! I just looked up and Italy decided to form the European Union as the Communist Party. So, yeah, and they're no longer underneath the Soviets either. The Germans refused to go because they're loyal to the communists, but, yeah, European Union. Who would have thought?
Perfect. Everything.
And it's time for conquest number 1. I've built some supply lines. We don't have a lot of equipment in most places, but I'm hoping that my air cover can make up for it. Declare, we're going for it. Khartoum. I'm coming for you. God damn, that's a lot of green. Okay, maybe not on the sides, we'll ignore that, but down the center, I'll take it. And with a grand total of around 68 to 69,000 troops lost on our side, I think that's a very good win. We're going to take it. We're going to take all of Sudan as another step towards our great grand caliphate. So now, before we progress any further, going and eating other nations and getting our cause, I need to build up. It's 2016, we've been in the game for 6 years, and I am moving at a snail's pace. I've got no gear, I barely have factories. I need to build. So I'm going to go off camera and build for a bunch of years, however many years it takes to be able to get up a nice flow. I want multiple foot armies. I want maybe 1 or 2 tank armies. And then we're going to go for it. Will the enemies be more difficult? Yeah, most likely. But will it be worth it? You bet your ass it will. Righto. Okay, so welcome back. We're now in 2024, so that makes it math. Makes it about 8 years. I think that's how it works. Yep. No, I think that's math. Anywho, as you can see, we've got a lot of factories now. We are building loads of stuff. The only problem is I haven't got enough civvies to get the resources I need for the actual building of the equipment I need. So we need to expand, and it's finally time to do so. However, there's something I need to share. So you guys thought the European Union made by Italy was weird. Well, let me introduce you to this monstrosity. You may think Midwest Union, but that's so strange. How did they win the American wars? How did they become the main leader? It's because they got puppeted by Canada. Canada invaded all of this and here as well and turned them all into puppets. I'm not even playing. Just look down here. It's mad. It's mad. Canada OP. Right, well, time for me to start my cleanup, but it's time to start down in the lovely land of Jordan. Okay, well, here goes nothing. It's time to take the fight over to Jordan. My tank divisions, I've sent them elsewhere just because they can get no supply whatsoever. I've got naval invasions. I've got air power. Let it rip. Let's go. Yep, no, air power is a blessing. I'll take that and live by that. Air power is an amazing blessing. And just like that, Jordan is part of Egypt, or, well, to be more precise, the UAR. I'm going to try my luck. I'm going to clean up the Saudis, clean up the South, clean up Iraq. Palestine's going to be a pain. I don't have to worry about Lebanon because they're currently getting nuked every 5 minutes by Canada. And then we're going to set our eyes to Libya. I feel like this whole area here and the future build-up I'm going to do off camera. And then I'm going to come back and we'll do Libya. Just because it's going to take a while. I don't need to justify, but I need to build up. Bro, like, look at that! 2,000 days! No! And we're in the future once more. And I'm 25 years in game. God, main reason being the fact of it took so long to build up and it took so long to invade because of no supply. Yeah, it's a bit hectic, huh? So now we're finally ready to go westward. We've conquered the east. These guys I've left alone for a good reason, and a reason that's very important. But for now, we're going to head over to the west and take out Libya. Bruh, look at all that green. Look at all that green. This is going to be a little bit of a pickle because there's loads of states in Libya and none of them have supply. I mean, look at their own line. And it's finally peacetime. That took way longer than it needed to just because of how many provinces there are within Libya with zero, and I mean zero infrastructure. So we're going to take it all. Demands. Thank you. However, this might prove to be a little bit tedious. Look at all that emptiness. Right, once again, I'm going to disappear off camera. I'm going to take Algeria, take Morocco, and then when I come back, I'm going to take out Portugal and Spain. And the reason I say this is for one thing only. Now, we're not going to be able to complete the proper caliphate just because, you know, Yemen, Japan, the UAS, Lebanon, and Tunisia are all part of factions. These guys are part of Canada. Canada have, well, they they've got like 300 troops. Their puppet has like 500 troops. The Soviet Union's got like 800, and I'm barely scraping by right now on 300. So I'm not going to pick a fight with someone I know I can't win against. So what I'm going to do to make up for that is, rather than, you know, having to worry about taking these small pieces here, I'm just going to take a big piece of the pie. You know, I'm just going to eat Spain and Portugal. I don't know if I can eat Portugal, but I'm definitely eating Spain. Okie dokie. So after spending way too long finishing the job in Morocco and building up tons of infrastructure, it's time to do the last expansion. Now, I don't remember correctly. This is going off of rough memory. But from what I do remember, the Caliphate, I think under the Umayyads, only got halfway through Spain and Portugal. They never completed the job. So that's what we're going to be doing. To make up for not having Yemen, the UAE, and Lebanon, as well as Tunisia, I figured, hey ho, I'll just take Spain and Portugal. Spain is okay. They're a monarchist. I don't see anyone wanting to support them. Portugal might get a little bit tricky just because they are some form of, you know, socialist, and I don't want to have to deal with that. All that. And it's time to say hello to Spain. I'm hoping I can get a good naval invasion going here. I do have a bunch set up, but let's set everything in motion. And we have landfall in 2 different places. I'll take that. Okay, Marines, let's get moving. And there you have it, the full reconquest of Spain. We started in Andalusia and we worked our way all the way up. I will be taking absolutely everything. Thank you very much. Now, looking things at Portugal, they seem to be getting quite chummy in terms of relations with these guys over here. So I'm going to leave that be. Just because they are, you know, red, and I'm already, what, 29 years into the game? I don't want to have to fight the Soviet Union too. So that's actually where I'm going to end this video. So thank you very much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, don't forget to, of course, click that like button and or subscribe. Share with friends, help grow for the channel, all that fun stuff. And tune in for the next video next week. Till then, have a good one, and I'll see you around. Ta-da!